Hi guys, my name is Carla, I'm forever jet lagged and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode we're going to talk about the 5 things that you should know before going for an Emirates interview. Now this is similar to the previous video, but in this video I am talking more about the actual requirements that Emirates has, how to build your CV. I'm going to show you my professional photos, so this is more focused on the actual Emirates interview. So let's dive in. As some of you may know, I used to work for Emirates for 4 years. When COVID started, I had to stop flying for good. But I think I mentioned this before, Emirates was an amazing experience for me. I am very happy I did it, and I'm here to share with you some insights on how to get the job, maybe some funny stories soon. But for today, we're gonna talk about the 5 tips that you should know in order to prepare for the interview. So let's get started. Let's say you decided you want to work for an airline. You want to fly, you want to discover the world, see a lot of places, meet a lot of people. The first thing you need to do is narrow down the list of companies that you want to work for. This depends on whether you want to be far away from home, you want to be close from home, whether you want to have more layovers or more turnarounds. Maybe you want to check the airline's list of destinations to see which airline can give you the opportunity to see more places. So yeah, the first thing you need to do is you need to narrow down the list of airlines that you want to work for, and then maybe just decide on 1 or 2 so you can focus on those. Number 2, you need to do your homework. So once you chose an airline, let's say it's Emirates, you need to check the list of requirements and see if you can meet all these requirements. For Emirates, they have a list on their website, on the careers page, but I'm gonna name a few here. First of all, you need to speak English. This is their only language requirement. You need to be fluent in English. Of course, if you speak another language, it's a plus, but yeah, English is mandatory. Then it's about your height. I'm sure all airlines have requirement for height, but they vary from airline to airline. For Emirates, you need to be 160 meters tall and you need to reach 2 meters and 12 centimeters with your arm up. Unfortunately, this requirement is not negotiable. You really need to measure yourself and make sure that you meet this requirement. Next, you need to have at least 1 year of experience working in hospitality. For me, this experience was I was working as a receptionist in a hotel. When I got hired 6 years ago, I didn't have 1 year experience. I had about 7 months. They still hired me. So a little bit of experience in hospitality is required. Another requirement that is non-negotiable is your age. You need to be at least 21 years old for Emirates to be able to hire you. In Dubai, they cannot provide you a working visa unless you are 21 years old. When I went for my interview, I still had 2 weeks until my birthday to turn 21. I was still 20, but that was not an issue because the process until you reach Dubai takes about a month, minimum a month. If you're very close to turning 21, you can still try and apply because by the time you reach Dubai, you are gonna be 21. With regards to your studies, you do not need to do any trainings. College is not important for them. They only require that you have a high school diploma. High school is more than enough. For me, I didn't go to college. I only had my high school diploma. I was still 20 years old, close to 21. So yeah, they just need the high school diploma. Another requirement is that you cannot have visible tattoos in uniform. For girls, the uniform is short sleeve and knee-length skirt. Everything on your arms, neck, and from knee below you cannot have tattoos. As you can see, I do have tattoos. When I got hired, they declared my tattoos. I told them that they're not visible and I got hired. So if you're planning on getting a tattoo and if you're also planning to work for an airline, make sure your tattoo is not visible while wearing the uniform. Number 3, build your CV. The most important advice I can give you here is that your CV shouldn't be more than 1 page long, and you need to have a picture. I remember for my interview there were a lot of girls who didn't have a picture on their CV and they didn't get through all the steps. Don't go on rambling about your education too much, because as I mentioned, they only care about the high school diploma. What they want to know is your work experience. Whatever job you had, anything related to customer service, make sure you include it in your CV, even if it was for 1 month. They will ask you questions related to situations that happened in your work related to customer service. Number 4, you need to be mindful of your social media. When I got hired, I thought this was a myth. I remember people kept telling me, be careful, don't post this on social media, don't post that, you shouldn't have any pictures in your, I don't know, bikini. I didn't really believe it. I thought it's just a gossip, especially with Middle Eastern airlines. They do check, and for any employer for that matter, they see your CV, they see your name, and they want to find out more about you. They will go to your social media and they will check, so be mindful of that. So yeah, with Emirates especially, they will check and they do care about what type of photos you post, how you present yourself on social media, because at the end of the day, you will be representing the company. You will be the image of the company. And for them, this is very important. And last but not least, number 5, take professional photos. I know the process has changed a little bit since I got hired. Now everything is online. They're doing this virtual interview, but you need to have your photos ready. They will ask you for a portrait photo, a full body in business attire, and full body in casual attire. I tried to take these photos by myself at home. No angle was good enough. No lighting was good enough. I wasn't happy with them. I went to a studio, I took my photos, everything was fine. These are my photos. You're gonna see them here and here. Make sure you find a photographer. In my city, there was a guy who used to do photos, especially for cabin crew interviews. So that was amazing. I found him. He wasn't very expensive. It was great. If you have that in your city, that's even better. If not, any studio, any photographer is gonna help you. But yeah, you just need to be aware that the photos are important, because you're basically chosen by your photos and your CV and the opinion of the recruiters on you. So the photos are quite important. Okay, I believe this wraps up our 5 tips in order to get prepared for the Emirates interview. I hope it helped. I hope you feel a little bit more prepared. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comments. I will make sure to reply to each one of you. Like I said before, soon I will make a Q&A. But before the Q&A, next week I will be posting a video on my interview experience. It's not gonna be a by-the-book experience. This is my personal experience. I went through a lot that day. There's a little bit of a backstory. You'll see what I'm talking about. Make sure you subscribe so you can see it. Make sure you like this video, you comment, share it with your friends, share it with someone that wants to be cabin crew. And I'll see you soon. Bye!